For his life to just be cut so short, and it's not his fault. I don't know what else to say. Somebody has to take the responsibility for what has happened. I have to congratulate my son because through the whole time, while I was rebuilding our house, he assisted us financially every way he can, right? I'm not saying other kids didn't contribute, but this son financially kept us stable until this moment.
Sometime around 6 this morning, two boats, the Miss Sarita and a Coast Guard vessel, collided into each other on the Crooked Tree Lagoon as it shuttled residents out of the village. The causeway has been closed off for months due to flooding. A total of 8 persons were seriously injured in the accident, and 20-year-old Benjamin Gentle Jr. was killed. 6 persons were rushed to the KHMH in Belize City, while 2 others were taken to the Northern Regional Hospital in Orange Walk.
The 2 vessels were out on operation. One vessel approached the other. Apparently there was a mechanical malfunction somewhere. Instead of going in reverse, trying to slow down the vessel, the vessel gears malfunctioned and jumped into the other one, and thereby causing the collision. The smaller vessels was where the passengers were. The persons that got injured were on board the smaller vessel, and that's how the accident happened.
And it certainly isn't to point fingers, but are you all certain it was mechanical error and not pilot error?
At this stage, the incident happened a couple of hours ago, and that's the initial investigation.
According to his father, Benjamin Sr., both had just recently gotten jobs and were the breadwinners of the family. Just June of last year, the family was the victim of a fire that gutted their home, and now today, tragedy struck once again. Benjamin Jr. was fatally injured when the boats collided. The news sent shockwaves to the entire family. His mother, Jessie, was hospitalized thereafter.
The last words I said to him, but you know when the phone rings, he's supposed to give his phone to your mom, make her talk to she. So I feel kind of guilty that I said a couple of hard words to him as my last words. He caught what we call the 5:30 run to catch a 6 o'clock bus to reach Belize City on time to his job. They all agreed and they all told me that my son was at the front of the boat, and when the actual collision happened, they all saw the boat coming towards them. And now my conclusion to this, I'm not a doctor, but when they turned my son over on his side, I saw multiple cut wounds from his kidney area of his buttocks come up to his shoulders, head injuries only on one side. So that would leave me to believe a boat climbed on top of another boat, maybe the propeller, maybe the bottom edges of the boat did all these abrasions to his body, and it was like he was rolled over, multiple bruises all over his body.
A proper marine casualty investigation involving the Coast Guard, the Police Department and the Port Authority will look at all angles as to what could have led to the fatal boating accident.
It is somewhat of a very strange happening. We weren't anticipating, as we don't, any accident, and more so anyone in this area. We know that the people of this area have been living this lifestyle for some months now, and they have been doing it, to my knowledge, to the best of their ability, and there was a lot of caution and care.
They were approaching each other. Apparently there was a transaction that should have occurred between the 2 vessels, so they were aware of each other's presence, and this was during the approach. So it wasn't an issue of poor lighting. I'm sure the vessels are equipped with spotlight, proper spotlight. But all of this we will look at again during the investigation.
All persons on board the vessels have been left traumatized, most of them being high school students. Nurse Antoinette Tillett attended to several persons before they were taken by ambulance to medical facilities.
I attended to a little boy who had his hand cut, finger cut, an abrasion, and then there was another girl who said her back was in pain. She couldn't lay down, so she was sitting down. Then another girl with her hand injured. Just before I get out there, they had taken some of them already to the junction to take them to Belize City. So I haven't seen all of them, but I heard that one of them get a blank cut on the foot, and a boy get a big dig out on his foot because they said when he saw the boat coming to them and the little boy come toward him that died, he ducked like or something he did, and then something cut his foot.
Amongst the 8 persons hospitalized was 14-year-old Gabriel Mejia Jr. He received injuries to his leg and went into immediate surgery at the KHMH. His father says that today is his birthday.
Well, right now, at this present moment, he's in the theater. They are operating on him, but he's complaining of bad back pain and also neck, and he has a big cut on his leg. His knee is messed up. So right now, I got to go and try to take care of him, you know. Well, which is something I know the Coast Guard are doing a very good job, you know, and I don't think that was, but it's a bit careless, you know, for something like that to happen.
For Benjamin Sr., he wants justice for his son's untimely death.
I personally will take all legal actions. Everything I can do, I will exhaust every breath I have to get to the bottom of this situation. And I want as much cooperation now to the Coast Guard and to the police department at Ladyville. I'd really like to ask them, please check these gentlemen that are driving these boats to see if anybody was alcohol, high content, because my son died. And unfortunately, he was the only one that died. So I want to know, why should these things happen between 2 professionals?
Duane Moody.